Hare Krishna. Today our satsang is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 10th shloka. Krishna is saying, under my direction the whole material nature is working and producing everything, moving, non-moving, and under its rule, creation and dissolution takes place again and again. So here devotees, the various theories of creation is rejected here by Krishna. It is not that some explosion took place and some universes are created and man from monkey to donkey to man. It's all theories, nonsense theories. It is rejected by the Lord here. Every creation has a specific method, specific purpose also. So much vast universe is created from the explosions is not maintainable. Even if we create some house, construct some house, then lot of planning, lot of investment and everything. It is not that some explosion made and some house is created. When this vast universe is created so beautifully, planets are floating in the sky. So this is not that because of some explosion it can come. And Krishna very categorically and sarcastically saying here that everything is working under his direction. So universe is working under his direction. So that is important. Nothing is independent here. Nothing is independent. Everything is under control. Even if you create something, it should be under the control of Creator. You will take the charge of that. In the same manner, if Krishna has created the universe, will you leave it for your discretion? No, never. All these foolish theories are maintainable. Somebody saying that universe is working by itself, how it is possible? So these theories are denied in this shloka. Krishna is saying, no, I have created it. I am resolving it. Again and again I am creating it, and under my direction it is also working. So that is very important. When you are living in the house without rent, you must know who is the owner is. And you have forgotten the owner of the house and you are leaving it at his mercy without obliging him in any manner. That is a sin. That is the sheer foolishness, sheer negligence, and that has to be overcome now. You must know who has created the universe. And in the history of the world, nobody except Lord Krishna says that yes, I have created this universe. Only Krishna. Among all religions you can take, nobody has claimed. Not even Jesus or Muhammad or anything, Allah and all. Nobody says that I have created it. Only Krishna says. Muhammad says Allah has created, but he hasn't seen Allah. Jesus Christ says he is Son of God. So he is whose father? Krishna is father. Who is Allah? Krishna is Allah. So what I mean to say is, these imperfect theories are not sustainable. Lord Sri Krishna very specifically, categorically saying, I created, I am maintaining. My Adhyakshana reveals under his direction. So no theory maintainable here. And he is directing us. Why? Why is the question? What makes Krishna to do all this big job? What benefits he may receive? Is there any profits he is receiving us from creating, destructing, creating, destructing? No. Krishna is least interested in materialism. It is the distaste for Krishna. And even Krishna creates. Why? Because of all our fools. Because we have no taste for spiritualism. We are not interested in God. We are just interested in materialism, material pleasures, material things. And for fools like us, He is creating the universes, maintaining it, and satisfying all our desires. See how merciful He is. Again and again He is giving us birth and is satisfying our pending desires. Again He is creating, and our desires are not diminishing or not perishing, not coming to zero. We have unlimited desires, we want unlimited bodies to enjoy. So dear devotees, now the question is what we should do. Okay, Krishna has given us bodies and we are enjoying it, and we will die one day and again we will receive another body and this will go on. Now what we have to do is, we must stop this. We must enjoy our true happiness. This is superficial happiness, imposed happiness, insignificant happiness, and happiness that is not constitutional to the souls. We are wrongly persuaded this happiness to be ours, the happiness of the soul. Happiness of the body is not the happiness of the soul. So this mistake had cost you crores of births. And even if you do not realize this birth will be wasted. Again you will run after that insignificant sense gratification. And again when you enjoy it, you will feel dissatisfied. And you will still enjoy more and more dissatisfaction, more enjoyment, more dissatisfaction, and you will die. And the power to enjoy will go. Because body has minimum power to enjoy, and when you are not getting sufficient enjoy, you are not satisfied, again and again you want to achieve the same what you have already achieved. So how long dear devotees? Now this is the time to make some judgment here, right now. Give up this petty materialism, the insignificant happiness, a world of insignificant happiness with stringent laws. And for that you are obliged to laws of the material nature, and again you are suffering under the laws. So these things have to be checked and stopped. That is what all philosophy is. We should know our own true spiritual nature. As we are the part and parcels of Krishna, we are the eternal servants of Krishna. We should serve Him. What is the big thing, big debate for this? Previously, in ignorance, you wrongly perceived something. So, okay, now give it up, finish it off. Life is passing by again and again in a moment. And again, at the one point, you will come in an helpless position that is called old age with diseases. And you will not be able to perform anything, devotional service or philosophy, nothing is possible there. So dear devotees, don't waste your valuable time. And now it's a time to awake and stop not till goal is reached. And goal is Krishna. You have forgotten your real friend and you are roaming in the fools who are not yours. Or they are presuming to be yours, but when time comes they will run away from you all. In the time of difficulties, nobody will be with you except Lord Krishna. Remember this. Because He is your true friend, true mother and father. So realize this with knowledge, experience this, His mercy, then you take decisions to surrender Him. And what Krishna demands? Surrender. Because you belong to Him. He wants you to come back to Him. What is the so big theory about all this? So Krishna is saying, under my direction I am looking all the worlds. We are under His direction, under His protection already. You have to believe it. You are not believing it. And you are believing what? So don't succumb to this and get out from this cycle. Thank you and Hare Krishna.